right, and the Contractors Association head meets the former Karnataka Chief Minister and senior Congress leader Siddaramaiah, seeking help in resolving the issues they are facing. They say that the issue of corruption continues to plague the government, says all the ministers and the MLAs are demanding bribes. Adds that the contractors are in a big financial mess with over thousands of crores not released by the state government. All right, and I'm being joined by my colleague Neha Hebale live on the broadcast. Neha, once again, the Karnataka government, the Bommai-led government, is under massive fire. Once again, the Contractors Association only reiterating its corruption charges against the state government. What more are you picking up?
Well, Pooja, that's right. In fact, the Contractors Association has now met, Congress strongman Siddaramaiah, and they've actually gone on to lob a lot of complaints with him with regard to corruption as far as, ministers and MLAs in the government are concerned. It's important now to mention that the Contractors Association has again gone on to reiterate that, huge bribes are being collected, that a huge sum of money, in fact, as a cut is being collected by the ministers and the MLAs as well. And they've gone on to, call on the former Chief Minister over here and urge him to bring up this issue with the government and help tackle this at the earliest. It's also important now over here to bring up the fact that they've mentioned that several crores worth of bills have still not been cleared by the Karnataka government. And this brings us back again, to the issue of the Contractors Association that was highlighted earlier. Let's remind our viewers that Santosh Patil, a contractor, in fact, who hadn't had his bills cleared, had to do multiple rounds of Shivmoga, of Delhi as well, after having written to the Prime Minister. Also, even despite that, the Contractors Association too had written to the Prime Minister about the corruption charges. There was no action taken against the government over here, and the Contractors Association saw one of their contractors, in fact, committing suicide, taking his own life. Now, even as all of this has come forth, we'll have to wait and see. The Karnataka government over here, in fact, the Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, responding to these claims of the Contractors Association, has gone on to say that, if at all they have the necessary documents, then in that case, they're free to challenge the courts. They have all the, in fact, legal freedom over here to go ahead and take on the courts as far as these issues are concerned. But merely making statements over here about bills not being cleared, about corruption charges, isn't right.
All right, Neha, thank you so much for joining us with all those details on this big story from Karnataka.